compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
Yeah. You've been kind of like, I've been watching your social media. You've been preaching this for a while, though. You know?
I have, because I see you. If you pay attention and you've eaten the fruit and you're awake, you can start to see this. It's even got their own names now. The FOMO.
FOMO. Yeah, I remember when
fear of missing out.
Yeah, fear of missing out.
They've done studies where people are on separate vacations in desirable vacation destinations, and they're sitting there on their smartphone. What are my friends doing? Oh, they're at a barbecue at Tom's. I know I'm in Cabo, but what's going on at that barbecue? What do you can't live your life compared to somebody's highlights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out experiencing life wondering what everybody else is up to.
Yeah, I think that just kind of comes on to like stuff like be in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta be in the moment. Like this is the one moment. Like you are one person. You can only experience what's around you.
Yes.
Like, you gotta be in the moment and take what's in it for that moment and enjoy it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you can't divide yourself into two separate things. Like, I mean, you can be in Cabo on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Yet, you know what I mean? Like you should be in Cabo. You're there.
Yeah. Then why are you in Cabo? You could have done that from the community pool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Instead of, I don't care what's happening at Tom's Barbecue. I'll hear about it when I get back from Cabo. And then we'll talk about this and that. Because I can tell you about what you did in Cabo. I don't really remember, but I remember what you guys did. I saw it on Instagram.
I know, but again, like just we're talking about things like what you focus on.
Yes.
You know, I think that a big part of this rule is like what you focus on.
Yes.
And he brings up a good thing about the gorilla video. I guess this is the first I've heard of it. You've seen that.
You've never seen this video.
Maybe I have, but I don't know. But anyway, so
if you saw this video, you would absolutely
probably recognize it. Okay.
But anyway, how it goes is these guys are there's two teams on the basketball court, and I think they're like one in like a white jersey and a black jersey, something like that. And then they're told the person doing the experiment is told count how many times like they pass the basketball around or whatever. So what you're focused on just them passing the basketball around. You're like, and then I want to say like with 100% accuracy, everybody was like, oh, 15 times.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh,
that number pretty close.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, what about the gorilla? What gorilla?
What
There's no gorilla. They're like, what do you mean? There was a gorilla in the middle of the basketball court dancing around. They're like, fuck you, there was no gorilla. And then they play the video back and they're like, don't count the basketballs, just watch the video. And they're like, holy shit, there's a fucking gorilla. How did I not see the gorilla?
Right, and that's because your focus, right? It's where your focus is.
Exactly.
On what's happening.
Exactly.
You know, it's like you're paying attention to how many times you had a task. You're paying attention to how many times the ball is passed, but you're missing everything else that's out there.
Right. And that's what you got to understand about your brain and your vision. You know,
and how it works.
Yeah, our eyes can only process such a small amount of things, and once your brain says not relevant, it stops because it can only take in so much, and your eyes and your brain is so developed to know, like, I'm just going to pick these little things out because I know that's what's relevant in this situation.
But that's not even like that's your eyes, but that comes to everything, all your senses, what you hear, you know what I mean? What you feel, what you experience around you. Like you can only experience so much.
Yeah.
And then even furthermore, you can only remember so much.
Even less, yeah.
You know, so like you gotta be in that moment and enjoy. Like you're there doing what you need to do, enjoy it. Watch what you focus on, because if you're comparing yourself to somebody that's not even anywhere near you, right? Let's just say you're the bottom lobster on the rung, right? And you're looking at what the top lobster has. Like that's not realistic. Like that's not realistic at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look at the rest of the lobsters at the bottom, because that's where you are.
Yeah.
Painful as that realization may be, once you see that, then you can kind of focus like, all right, I just need to be better than this guy next to me. Right.
Yeah.
And then even then, like, don't even go there. I just need to be better than me. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, I know a lot of people can relate to, like, I just got to know where I am and be better to this lobster next to me. But you got to even pull that closer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be better than that guy next to you. Guess what? You can be better than who you were yesterday, for sure.
Exactly.
And that's kind of, you know, that's kind of where this rule like hits home, man. It's
Exactly.
kind of crazy.
And that's the thing. If you're just 1% better every month, that's 12% increase over a year.
Dude, that's better than most investments.
That is. Could you imagine if you were 12% better at life this time next year? Where would you be? You couldn't even imagine where you would be, because you can't imagine the opportunities and things that are going to come to your life when you're just 12% better. Now imagine if you just did that 1% a week. It's 52% better. Can you imagine being 52% better than you were today? That's mind-boggling.
Right. But then, you know what I mean? Like, but I think the catch is where people fall short. You know, they don't focus on the fact that they only have to improve by 1%.
Yeah.
They're looking at the person that's way up there. So automatically they think that they have to improve by 100, 110%, which is not even possible.
Right.
You know, and sure, you're going to set your goal to be 110% better tomorrow. That's not realistic.
And that's when these things fall short, these New Year's resolutions and all these things. It's like we set these lofty goals, and then we have this delusion of what we can accomplish in a year, you know, or even a shorter time frame, you know. And that's the thing, you know, we've got to be careful with these things, and we've got to, you know, I don't want to say be realistic, but you've got to have this lofty dream. Absolutely. But understand there's going to be a lot of steps that you know of and you don't know of that you're going to have to work through to get there. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of effort.
Yeah. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, and for those people that are trying to improve themselves by 110%, like, you know, it just, that's a cheap trick.
It is.
It's a high, and it gets you there. Like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be good, but it's not really anything that's out there, you know, just something. And he's got a quote in here, right? Like, I almost don't want to say it, but talking yourself into irrelevance is not a profound critique of being. It's a cheap trick of the rational mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's deep. That's deep, man.
It is. And it's like, but it's like, and it's like, and that's a theme I see through this book. It's like, go back a step, man. Go eat that fruit. Treat yourself and others good. Don't compare, and then don't compare yourself to these other people. Just look within and work on you and work on what you got going on.
And I guess before we close a rule, I just kind of want to, like, there is nothing wrong about dreaming big, for sure.
Fuck no, dream big, baby. Yeah.
You want to dream big? That's great. Keep doing that. Dream big, do all of that. But when you wake up to do your day-to-day activity, right? Like, you go to sleep at night, you're going to dream. That's fine. But when you wake up and you put your work shoes on, don't go out there like trying to be that dream. Like, you just you'll get there eventually. Yeah. You'll get there eventually.
Just keep walking towards that dream. Keep overcoming obstacles. Keep taking every step, that 1%, that every whatever it is, whatever you can get to starting today. If it's 1% a month, boom, work on that. And then get to 1% a week and get to 1% a day. And eventually you're going to knock these little steps out and you're going to hit that dream. You're going to get there. You're going to get that goal.
This show is all about awareness, right? Be mindful of what you're focusing on, right? Be mindful of all of that. Sometimes you're focusing on the wrong thing.
And if you have good people around you, they'll let you know about that.